the people of Trundle have embarked on a scheme to save their dying town.
What makes your family fantastic? What do you think you've got?
We've got everything kids need.
They've given 5 families the chance to start a new life in the bush for just $1 a week rent.
I'm ringing up to offer you a farmhouse.
Are you serious?
Over 12 months, we follow their life-changing journey.
She chooses to wear that.
We tried really hard. We didn't get it right.
It's turning into a nightmare on Elm Street.
Tonight,
She didn't want to share a kitchen from the very start.
Felt like we'd been stabbed in the back.
Who are we going to see today, mate?
The doctor.
The doctor, that's right.
Our fingers are crossed that during harvest that he has no significant asthma events.
That just makes me think that you're all for the farmers and not for tree changes.
We're just a group of volunteers here helping to improve our community and just get on with it.
it may not look like it, but today is the biggest day of the year on Trundle's calendar.
Show day.
We've got our annual show today, which is in its 101st year. For the tree change, I'd imagine it'd be a fair eye-opener to come and see all this activity in this spot that's vacant 11 3/4 months of the year.
It's a chance for tree changers to prove just how much they've adapted to country life.
We're entering all our fruit and veg. We've got carrots, tomatoes, peas, lemons. It's a beauty. Climb to the top of the ladder.
Oh gosh, that's fantastic.
No, this is the first time we've ever entered anything ever in the show, so we thought we'll make a big effort and put some stuff in and we might come out big.
The competition is fierce. There's even a category just for the blokes, like Bachelor Ben.
I've brought in my entry for today, which is in the boiled rice section. Maynard.
Good morning, Ben.
How are you?
This morning.
Good, real good.
Got an entry in the
I do.
rice. Thank you very much.
There's none others yet, is there?
Not yet.
No competition?
You're early.
To be honest, I'm a little bit disappointed this morning. I think it could be a little bit gluggy, but I'll leave that to the judges.
This is my pub in the form of a cake, which is pretty nifty. And Mitty and I are sitting out the front. Isn't that great?
My 4 daughters are all riding today. Phoebe's 4 and she's been hopping on a horse since she was about 2, I'd say. There you go, you take that to school for show and tell now.
As the show draws to a close, it's not just the Rams taking home the ribbons.
Yeah, we won a few things. Evan got first place.
Prize.
I got first place for my carrots.
First prize. Well done, Sammy.
And there's a second there, Sammy Roberts.
I did no good with the rice. The rice is the one that went $100.
That's the way we want it. Yeah. We'll be back next year.
There's something big going on out at the Gurkha joint. Dan is jumping ship.
I'm leaving with disappointment. At the beginning, we were on cloud 9 thinking this is a great opportunity and how good it was to come here and thanks for choosing us. And we got here and then realised that the amount that needed to be done was so overwhelming that it just wasn't viable.
But things went wrong for the Gurkhas from the word go.
Our owner thinks that we're financially liable for his rotten boards.
No water in it. It's empty.
We're not happy with this house. I've got a wonderful new house to go to, so it's not a bad ending. It's a new beginning and that's what I'm looking forward to.
House number 2 for the Gurkhas is another renovator's delight. It's not part of the official scheme, But new landlords, the Grady's, have given it to them for $1 a week anyway.
By the time we put a new bathroom in it and a coat of paint, it is a very livable house. And Dan, being a carpenter, we were hoping that he would just do all the work to it. We'll supply the materials if you want to work it.
Kylie's already painted this room. This room is going to be the girls' room. We're going to have a new kitchen and pantry. Their way of thinking of it is, if we're going to be here for 3 years, if we get the house done in 12 months, well then we can have 2 years off to enjoy the house and before we have to start paying rent. I guess this is the way that I thought it was going to be when we first started this whole venture.
The new landlords have even allowed Kylie to bring her beloved horse Minnie to join them.
I hope the Gurkhas will be very happy and enjoy their life here as long as they stay.
Without them being so gracious in letting this happen, we'd be still stuck in Doomsville.
The Gurkhas have left behind some bad memories, but also a load of gear and a bit of a mess. Thinking Dan and his family had moved out for good, the old landlords have since entered the house, and Dan's not happy.
Rather distressed and upset about the fact that our previous owners think they have the right to enter the house when we're not there. Our personal space is being violated. We've got the lease on the place for a year.
Dan is so incensed, he's called a meeting with the committee.
So I think it's time we stand up and be counted. Thank you very much. And I'm not Elvis Presley.
Say hello, Carlo. Hi. We're all having a drive, aren't we?
The Moors are still reeling from young Carlo's recent life-threatening asthma attack.
When you have a child in your arms that's blue, that can't communicate with you, it scares the pants off you.
So they're making the 6-hour trip to Sydney to have him assessed.
Who are we going to see today, mate?
The doctor.
The doctor, that's right. Yeah, we're going to go see the doctor today.
Why?
Just to check up on your... Check up on your what? Your breathing. Yeah. We've come to see respiratory specialist this weekend for Carlo's asthma problems.
Their future in Trundle rests entirely on today's diagnosis.
The doctor's biggest concern was that we are so far out from a big facility, and I guess his advice was that probably need to be in a big facility for Carlo in the event that something happens, really.
Claire and Tony are desperate to give their country life one last chance. They know one of the most likely times for asthmatics to have a serious attack is during harvest, so they've made a decision.
There are lots of families out in the country, not just Carlo, with children that have asthma. So our fingers are crossed that during harvest that he has no significant asthma events and that we can just focus on staying and doing what we need to do. And in the event that we do have to go, we'll finish up what we're doing and then we'll make the decision to go.
After months of looking for work, Christy Ellerman has some exciting news. She's landed a job as a solicitor in the nearby town of Forbes.
Bye, Paz.
Nabi is concerned about Christy driving. She's still on her P's and has to tackle 10 kilometres of gravel road before reaching the bitumen. Then it's another 70 clicks to her office.
Drive takes between 55 and 60 minutes, but depends on the weather, it depends on animals on the road. I'll be working as solicitor with the legal service that specifically assists Aboriginal victims of assault and sexual violence. It's going to be a huge learning curve to begin with, which I'm really looking forward to, putting my mind back into practice. This is the first position I've had in 2.5 years, so it's been a long time. Nabil went to work and worked really hard for a long time in jobs that he wasn't very passionate about so that I could study and get the job that I was passionate about. So, you know, I think that he's glad that all the hard work that he did and all the hard work I did have sort of come to fruition. I'm lucky.
It's exciting times on Dolright's farm.
Wow, she's had them. Let's go and have a look.
Her family just got bigger.
Oh, how gorgeous. Oh, look at that. One of our work dogs have had 7 gorgeous little puppies, 5 black and 2 brown. They're all work dogs, so we're going to keep one and have to find some homes for the 6 of them. Good girl, Peggy. Donna, who lives in our farmhouse, she's got 2 children, Tommy and Sammy. Sammy's having a birthday next month, and Donna has expressed a little bit of interest that she might take one of the puppies for her daughter.
Dan Gurkha is getting himself all worked up about tonight's showdown with the Tree Change Committee.
There's only a few hours to go to this meeting, and I'm feeling quite anxious about it. I'm feeling a bit stressed. I hope it's not just a waste of time.
Stress like this can play havoc with Dan's health.
I deal with depression every day. I've been dealing with it since I was a little kid. I only went on medication for it when I was about 30. And since then I've been fighting as hard as I can to try and get my life back on track. The tablets only work so far, you know, and if I have something that'll bring on a much heavier state of mood, I still get the down feelings and the upset feelings and all that sort of thing. Make me feel a little bit aggressive as well. I don't bring it up in conversation because of the stigma attached to it.
G'day. G'day. How you going? Thanks for coming, Dan. We're very keen to hear things that you're concerned about, and we'll take those on board as a committee.
First thing that I'm concerned about is the fact that we took out a lease for a year. That lease hasn't been broken yet. We've said we're moving out. Dale Curtis has been down through the house, which we feel is a violation of tenancy rights. It's also trespassing on a house that we're renting still currently. I can understand him as an owner. He probably thinks we've gone and he wants to go through it, but that doesn't give him the right, you know.
Have you been set a date to move your stuff out?
I've said that. We haven't done that.
So
There's
Kath
no
hasn't
date.
asked you
We've
to
just
be-
kept on saying, well, could be a couple of weeks, could be a month, could be things.
So can you see this from their point of view then?
Thing is, at the moment, we don't have anywhere to put the rest of the stuff.
Right, okay. So where to from here? Because I guess we sort of all need to leave this discussion on the same page.
It's not like I want criminal charges laid on him or anything like that, but I mean, it's...
But why don't you just go and get your stuff and take it somewhere else?
It's not that simple. It's not.
Yes, it is. It's your stuff. Why not forget about what happened when you came? That's bad luck that happened at Mercadale. Like, you know, things happen.
Hang on. While you've said that,
concentrate on where you are now, and
Right.
you've got a good house, and you're happy. Why not just forget about what happened when you first got here, and just get on with it?
that just makes me think that you're all for the farmers and not for tree changes. That's the way I take it.
We're all just a group of volunteers here helping to improve our community. We're not interested in bickering or arguing. We just want to get things running happily.
Somehow we need to sort of come to some resolution where both you and Dale are able to walk away and say, yep, it didn't work out quite how we wanted, but we're both happy to sort of leave it there.
Well, I think that's the thing that's going to take you guys to facilitate that, because I don't think between ourselves we'll be able to come to any compromises.
We need to get your stuff out. If that's what's causing you that problem, I reckon that's the obvious solution.
I guess all I can hope for is finish up with the Curtises and maybe go from there, I suppose, you know.